back here with us on Overdrive. Now, Skoda Auto India has plans to introduce two new SUVs in the Indian market. One will be in the compact sub 4 meter space and one will be in the EV space. Now, we caught up with Skoda Auto India brand director Petr Janeba to know more about these two products.
Hello, Peter. Thank you so much for speaking to Overdrive and congrats on the success that the Skoda brand has seen so far in India.
My pleasure.
Now,
Thank
you made quite a few major announcements today. So, we'd like to talk a bit more about that. So, this new compact SUV that you've spoken of, can you give us, just for our audience, a brief timeline of when they can expect it to come to India?
Yeah, I cannot be really 100% precise, but the precise would be that 1 year exactly from now. So the countdown should start and it should be like end of February. This is the target time we want to really launch the car as it should be launched. So it will be really born with all pricing, start of sales, having the demo cars available for our customers in the network, having the first cars available as a free stock for sales. And this is how the journey will become in 1 year time.
Okay, and going on further, now you will be entering a segment that is quite crowded now. I mean, almost everyone has an offering in that segment. So how will Skoda differentiate itself in this market?
So it's a very good question because we understand the Indian customer is very demanding. At the same time, we should have never missed this opportunity because we understand that there is over 63% of all the new car buyers in 2023 who bought a sub 4 meter car, and we did not have any offer there, and we understood we must be there. So the car is design-wise already going more our new way, the modern solid way. So it's definitely not a Kushaq smaller brother. It's the car with a solid, bold identity of Skoda. And we are happy to bring it next year. So we think bringing the platform from the higher segment to this segment is definitely something what will be a real value. Yeah? So the customers will understand having a very powerful and efficient and reliable TSI technology engines, having the platform which will still, within the wheelbase which we will provide for this car, make an ultimate space inside of the car and comfort, bringing the safety within our obligatory 5-star NCAP ranking. All these things, like taking care about the customers, should be something new in the segment. I mean, we are not alone there with such a brand promise, but we do it our own way, and it was always our mission to democratize the mobility with a European technology on an Indian roads, and this car is a real ambassador of this statement what we are now bringing.
Okay, great. And you also said that Skoda will account for 5% sales of the Indian market, you said, by 2030. So how much of that will come from this particular model?
A part of the compact SUV, which we bring in 1 year time, which is definitely more than doubling our current volume. So we will be definitely close to 3%. There are like 2% still missing to 5%. Yeah? And we think government is right, asking all the manufacturers going for a very ambitious target until 2030 with EVs only at least 30%. If we do the right measures on the right time, even if it is a very ambitious target, it's still achievable. And if some more clarity about the regulation is coming at the right time, Skoda definitely brings the EV portfolio, which is the second biggest contributor to this growth.
So just to go forward with the EV thing, because I had it in my list as well.
Okay.
So how is that project coming along? The last time I spoke to some Skoda representatives, they said that you will look to heavily localize it. So is that still the plan?
I mean, there are only these three possibilities how to bring EVs to India. CBU possibility, we understand, is not the preferred option, but we will still use it for our biggest SUV, which is a 7-seater, the biggest Skoda EV. But there will be other two EVs, which we will bring from Europe as a parts and components cars for our second factory. However, the biggest volume will be done on A0 EV, which will be deeply localized and manufactured in Pune. When, how the car will look like, and how much will it cost, we don't know today. It's a little bit too early.
Then a lot of your brand's sort of credibility in India has been built on cars like the Octavia and the Superb. A lot of us like those cars a lot. So do you have any plans for those cars?
Definitely. I mean, Octavia built Skoda brand in India. This is the car of Skoda in India. We have over 70,000 customers daily and handling the steering wheel of Octavia, and most of them would like to still have a next Octavia in their customer journey, and we need to bring it back. The same for new Super. I mean, for Octavia, it's very important to say that this car will even extend the life cycle in Europe until 34, and that's why there is a big opportunity now to bring it in India. We are looking for the right powertrain, and at the same time, the new Superb is a completely new journey. So both cars will probably come with parts and components, which still need some time for preparation.
We think this whole idea of letting your buyers and fans name your new car, it's a great idea. So do you have a favorite car, a name that you would like to pick?
I don't want to influence the people. I think it should be really each other wish and voice. But if you ask me about mine, I will tell you, mine is quick, because I think this should be like fastest way to European mobility on Indian roads, and
It's a
this
nice
should
idea,
quick
yeah.
represent. And I like this IQ in the end, like it's a clever decision to buy a Skoda. I see a lot of association which resonates with me, but I'm not someone who will buy the car in India. That's why I really leave it up to the potential customers and fans to vote for their own name.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for
Thank you
speaking
very
to
much.
us.
With that, it's a wrap on this week's edition of Overdrive. But remember, you can stay in touch with the team through our various social media platforms, and you can write to us on Instagram and YouTube as well. We'll see you next week. Until then, goodbye. Many thanks for watching.